Smoke, people. Let me see. I got to do, of course, the sound check. Got to see if I'm going live. Let's see here. Oh man, sun's right in my eyes. It's gonna be a little difficult. 1 second here, people. Let me see here. 1 second. There's a dog. Welcome, bow betters. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me MMA sip and smoke. Let's see if this will work, dudes. Oh, what is that? Why am I here? Why is that there? Bam. Welcome, bow betters. Oh man, okay. The thing is spinning. Let's see if there's anybody in the chat. I don't see anybody in the chat. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, usual computer problems. Just need to know if no one's in the chat. So there's a dog. Hey, Rio. Can you play with your pee-pee? Huh, buddy? You play with your pee-pee? I bet you do. Whoa. I think the TV shut off. That's odd. Let's see here. Did the computer go off? Technical problems as always. As always, people. As always. Let's see. Let's see if I could just get somebody into the chat to maybe do a little sound check to know if I got sound here. Now there's the old mini Mac that's still chugging along, and you guys can see why things have always been rough. Hot Butchers, scrap metal. That's what we're drinking today. We're going to drink this thing. I think I'm going to start drinking, even though I do not have anyone to give me a sound check here. I'm just going to pour. I'm going to sip and smoke. This is an MMA sip and smoke, where we talk MMA and smoke fine cigars along with various libations. Today, again, we have the Hot Butcher scrap metal. Hot Butcher's just making fantastic beers. This sells for $16. I'm going to pair that with, or at least $16 for a 4-pack. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? Obviously, here, before I do, I got to confirm that I got sound, or else this is all just sort of pointless. But unfortunately, the TV, the monitor, shut itself off. So let me see. Let me just pour this beer. Let's pour this beer. One thing I do like about Hot Butcher, besides the beer itself, is that it gives you these tasting notes, right? So you got bright tropical, right, along with is that lime? I can't read that well. I need to get my other glasses. And then ripe melon. So it gives you these tasting notes, which a lot of times people might not like because it could prejudice their tasting. But I blind taste it, but I actually like that. I think it's a good idea to have that presented for you, so that if you're at the liquor store or at your place where you buy beer, you can pick and choose what you might want to pair your cigar with, or your food with, or what you're in the mood for. Watch check. Gotta do the wrist check. I'm in the pink. Good looking watch. Not happy overall with the quality of this basic Timex. The casing is really nice, good steel, a fantastic bracelet for the price point. This is a $125 watch. Really nice bracelet that I wouldn't change out. I like the Jubilee bracelet as well as the bezel, but the quality is not all there. I could tell that the indices on these, which are the little number markings, are plastic, in addition to that bezel. That nice shiny bezel, this piece right here. Let me point at it right. Oh, it's tough to point and hold the there, right there. Boom. Beep beep beep. This part is plastic. Very, very disappointing. Even for that price point, It should be steel as well. So not happy with the construction of it, but the bracelet is really nice. I removed a couple of links, which wasn't that difficult on that. It's good to learn how to do little basic stuff like that. So it saves you like $50 or $20 or $30 or however your watch person charges you to remove and adjust links. All right, let's see. I got the, so we're going to pour this hot butcher and come on. Welcome, bow betters. What's in the box? What's in the box? You guys should know already from the description what I might have. And as soon as I get sound here, it's just key for me to try to get some sound. Get this, come on. Yeah, the computer is just really horrible. And it's also horrible that I have no fans. I haven't been doing any content past couple weeks, even though we've been winning some money. And that's because I was traveling. I was in Puerto Rico the week before, and then also was in Puerto Rico the week before, and last week I was in Cabo San Lucas in Mexico surfing. So I've been doing a couple surf trips. Hate doing this pour like this, but looks rather citrusy, very juicy. I could smell that ripe melon. Man, that smells really good. That has a nice nose that I could smell it from this distance is really, really cool. Really cool that I could smell it from here. Someone in the chat, someone come on, pop up. Let me know that I do have sound here. Go. Let me know I got sound. Come on, man, come on. It's all right. If no one's live, that's the whole point of this being live. Very few people watch it. If you're watching, I know you're about better. I appreciate your, please like, comment, and subscribe. Nobody does any of that as well, but that's okay. I'm already quite used to it. Ooh, whoa. You know, like I said, we always do this for the love, and I'm going to be smoking and sipping anyways. Might as well get out here, get out in the back, get outside, and sip and smoke with you guys. Here, let me do that. Whoa. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Boo. Oh, I don't know why it's opening iTunes. I don't want it to do that. It's going to open up iTunes. That's going to be a bad thing right there. That takes up so much memory. Welcome, bow betters. Let's see here. Let's see if I got some sound. Welcome, bow betters. Hey, Rio. Hey, buddy. Hey, Rio. That's Rio the dog. Rio the dog there. Huh, Rio? Do you play with your pee-pee, buddy? Would you let Rizzo Adesanya play with your pee-pee, buddy? Oh, Rio? Israel Adesanya, is he gonna come play with your pee-pee? Welcome, bow betters. All right, boom. I don't hear sound. Is that, oh, let's see if this is a mute though. Let's see. Sound, check the sound. All right, good. We got sound, people. We got sound. Happy, happy. Joy, joy, happy, happy. Let me pop out the chat here. Look at that beer. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. We can continue with, come on. Come on. Hey, what's up, Rio? What's going on, Rio? Huh? Rio the dog. Old one-eye Rio now. Poor dog, as you can see. Rio's lost one of his eyes. He can't see out of one of his eyes anymore, huh, Rio? Israel Adesanya, you know who that is? Does he scare you? He's like, I don't want to play with no Israel Adesanya. I don't want to play with no Israel Adesanya. might touch me inappropriately, pet me where I don't like being pet. I like being pet in the back of the head. That's where I like being pet. I don't like people touching me all over on my paws, my butt, and my pee-pee. I don't like people touching my pee-pee. Oh, real? Is it already a sign you're going to touch your pee-pee? Hmm? Don't let him touch your pee-pee. You bite him. You bite him. You bite him if he comes try to touch your pee-pee. Huh? That's what you do, Rio. That's what you do. You bite him. You bite him, buddy. Oh. Bam. Bam. All right. All right. Well, I know that we got sound, so let's commence the discussion here. Beer has been poured, right? Hot butcher, scrap metal. All right, what's in the box? What do we got in the box? I get these boxes to make nice little travel humidors. This one's also just very stylish. I love the colorway on it. It's only $2. All right, so what's in the box? Why do I buy these boxes, even though I do not have Avo cigars in there? In the box, we have the New World cigars. This is a sampler pack. I got not just one of these, but I bought two. I thought it was such a good deal. And I've seen these before. I just didn't see the AJ Fernandez one, right? I think this is a perfect gift. This sells for $29 for a package, right? Each pack is 29 bucks. And why I bought it right away, just had to get two, is I've reviewed most of these cigars. I've also smoked most of these cigars. I smoked all of them except for this one, Cammeroon, and that's what we're going to smoke today. And this cigar, this New World cigar, the Dorado, which I've done a review for before, sells for $10. And I know that this Connecticut one here, they're a little bit smaller in the gauge that I get, that it's in that $10 price range, but still not by much. Like these look like a 47 gauge rather than the 50s that I normally would get. So it's like a Corona Grande or a larger Corona cigar. And, you know, it's not a 42 gauge cigar, so it's pretty thick. And then it's got this Figurado here, and I don't know which Figurado this one is. I may not have smoked that one before, unless it's the Maduro. I've had the Maduro before. And you guys can look. I've reviewed these cigars. I find them, AJ Fernandez, these to be some of the best cigars for the dollar, for the money. My father, as well as this AJ Fernandez, the New World series, just great smoke for the price. Very diverse, very rich. And again, this one itself, remember, was $10, and I think the Connecticut is in that $10 range, $8 range as well. So just these two sell for $20, right? And then all of these, especially that Cammeroon, this is a larger cigar. As you can see, it's like a bit larger Perfecto. It's a big Churchill in a Perfecto shape. Is got to be in that $15 range if you bought it individually. So what you have here is a broad range of tobacco character. You have a Maduro, you have a Habano, you have a Connecticut shade, you have a Cammeroon. Great diverse set of cigars at a fantastic price point, $29, $30, where gets you these 5 cigars that where you normally would only probably be able to get 3 of them for that $30 price tag. So it's like you're almost getting 2 free premium cigars. And depending on which cigars those are, like this big Puro Especial Maduro here and this larger Cammeroon, those could be $30 just in themselves. So I bought 2 of these. I bought 2 packages. That's how much of a deal I thought it was. And I think if you're a novice smoker or an expert smoker, but especially if you're a novice smoker, it is a good idea to pick up this. I got this at Binny's. It's a great idea to pick this up. If you've not smoked any cigars before, you want to start smoking cigars, or you have a gift that you're giving someone some cigars, this is it right here. This is a no-brainer, super easy. Let's open it up and take a look inside of some of these cigars here. So there's the second one. As I mentioned, I got I got to get another like cutter. These are $1.99 V cutter. one of the best V cutters out there, cigar cutters for $1.99. You don't need the $100 cigar cutter I have or something real fancy. You could just do that. So yeah, so what I do is I buy this box to protect the cigars on the way home because I don't drive, I'm on public transportation or on an Uber scooter. Throw that in my backpack or my bag. The cigars are protected, and then I also have them, I could take these out, throw them into my Tupper humidor. I have a big Tupperware now with some humidor. You guys remember the watch check, the pink, 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink, right? So they're protected in there, and I could also just throw this directly once I open them up, or just leave them in this package. I will open it up, and I can just throw it in the humidor, throw it in the Tupper door, leave this class, which is a nice class. And one thing I've noticed about all of these cigar boxes, they are no longer Spanish cedar. All of these cigar boxes are a different, they're not meant for long-term storage, so you'd have to get some Spanish cedar. If you could find some, you could purchase some. Throw a line this thing with the bottom. If you're going to keep your cigars in there, line it with some Spanish cedar in there, and put the cigars in there. But still really just great idea here. This New World package, it's just fantastic. Let's sip of this beer here. Let's see if the beer is so fantastic. Very citrusy, strong melon. Yeah, that little slight lime with that melon. A little hoppy finish with that rind finish as well. That is a good beer. That is a fantastic beer. This beer might be in the 9 Club, guys. It has this little grapefruitish / melon with that lime rind and that hoppy finish, so it's still hoppy, so it isn't just complete juice. It does taste like it has some beer into it. In terms of that, I mean by hops. Let's open up this package here. All right, opened it up there. Let's dump out what's in there. All right, Christmas over here. All right, so boom, bam. And this is some really good packaging. This comes, it feels like it has like a humidified liner in there. Like, yeah, there is some humidification. That liner, that black liner in there, it feels like a gel. So there was some humidity to it. So these things feel and look fantastic. So there's the Puro Especial. Really nice, dark, Maduro looking. I don't know if I've smoked the Puro Especial. I smoked a Maduro. So that's fantastic. I've had the Connecticut, and yeah, it's a little thinner of a gauge than the $10 one. So yeah, these are genuine Corona shape. So still, these Coronas are going to be in that $8 range. So it's still a good, decent buy. And the Dorado, one of my, a 10 out of a 10, or even an 11. I have many more of these. I should purchase the whole box. But the Dorado is just one of the best cigars you could buy. Yeah, this is their New World Connecticut, as I mentioned, in a Corona. There's nice Perfecto here. Look at that nice Perfecto in the cello. It's an Esteli Nicaragua. That's really a good, also Habano looking leaf. Really nice, 50 gauge, nice and thick. Like that's that one. Then there is the Dorado that you see it there in that other package. The Connecticut, the Puro Especial, which I believe is a Maduro, great looking Maduro. But I've had the Maduro, I've not had this one. So I'm anxious to try this one. And I don't know if I've had this particular Perfecto, so I got to do some research on it. We've had some AJ Fernandez cigars. We've had a couple of New Worlds here. I've also smoked some that I haven't done shows with. So the New World line is just fabulous. And then what caught my eye and what I really wanted to try was this Cammeroon Select, and that's what we're going to smoke today, guys. It's in a Perfecto 50 gauge. Look how long it is. Like this in itself is like a $13, $15 cigar easily. So that's why I bought 2 packages of these. You know, I'm gonna keep these. I'm just gonna keep them. I'm gonna sit on them. I think it's a fantastic deal. I think it's a must buy. You have to go to Benny's, get this sampler pack if you're a cigar smoker, whether you're experienced professional cigar smoker or seasoned cigar smoker, or you're you know, a beginner. Especially if you're a beginner, this is a perfect beginner pack because you have one of every type of tobacco other than a Claro that you can purchase. Like it just is really, really good. Like you have, let me close this box up here. Yeah, you have one of everything, right? So if you want to start your cigar journey, this is a perfect way. You could, you know, have a Maduro. You could have a Cammeroon wrapper. You can have the Dorado Habano wrapper. You could have a Connecticut wrapper. And I'm not certain what is on that Perfecto, but really just, I'm happy with the purchase. Very happy with that purchase. Like I said, when I was like, you know what, I got to buy 2. And in fact, I might go back and buy a 3rd package of these. I mean, that's how good of a deal is. I already know the cigars are really fantastic quality. I think I'm saving, I'm almost getting like 3 cigars for free. I'm getting, you know, 3 cigars for the price of 2, or at least 2 free cigars for the price of 3. And either way you go, it's an undervalued pack. I think this actual value, and maybe AJ Fernandez, and you'd say, well, why would they do that? Well, they're doing it because they're promoting themselves. This is like a promotional pack, and it's a good gift pack. It gets the name out there, right? And that's what they're doing. And they save on it not being in a box. You get to try out. It's all from Esteli, Nicaragua, which is, you know, just a fantastic cigar making area. And look at the label again, New World. We discussed the New World here. Again, the gold, Conquest. We see the Conquista there in his knee on the Indian. So there's a different little bit of a label there. Very interesting. Very interesting. Love it, love it, love it. Good stuff. Okay, where is my TV? Why did my monitor go out? Oh, there we go. Still haven't had, I don't know, there's somebody, one person was in the chat. I don't know if they said anything. Welcome, Bow Betters. Israel was there. I don't know what Israel was saying. Oh, yeah, he was just saying, what's up, Israel? What's up, Jiz? Hope everything's good. Oh, man, we're going to smoke this cigar, fools. What's up, fools? $30 a package, right? I think it's a deal. The cigar portfolio, this is a 10. This is a 10 of cigars. A must purchase, a must have, just a fantastic product at a value price. Like you can't get, there's no way you're going to get a better cigars for the money. And in fact, you're getting a savings there. So I'm highly, highly, highly recommending the value pack. But today we're going to smoke this Cammeroon, right? So we're going to smoke this Cammeroon, beautiful wrapper. Is it the same thing on? Yeah, it's the same label that's on the value pack. We're having it with scrap metal. I don't know who does the art for Hot Butcher, but great art. Oh, look at the little pee-pee. It's ready for the pee-pee cut. We're going to do the pee-pee cut. Oh, yes. Oh, look at. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Oh, what's in here? Oh. Oh. Oh, Adesanya. Oh, Adesanya. Here's your Adesanya. Ooh. Oh. Yes. Okay, the New World cigar. AJ Fernandez, guys. Look at that New World. Look at that wrapper. Fantastic, fantastic scent. Oh, there's bugs getting on my beer. Get off my beer, fools. Let me get the camera on me. Oh. A lot of sun here, guys. A lot of sun. Oh, come on. All right, let's see how this measures out. Let's see how this looks. Oh my, where am I at here? Oh, I just have to. Computer's frozen. Oh, I can't even see it. I don't know if I'm in frame or not. As always, welcome, bow betters. Welcome, bow betters. Come on, computer. God, oh, there it goes. There we go. Oh, it's going the wrong way. Oh. Computer. Oh, okay, so I am in frame. Let's see if I still got sound here. Sound check the sound. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check the sound. Sound check. All right, good. We got sound. Sound check. Super sunny here. Super sunny. How's everyone been? Hope everyone's hope you are doing well. A lot of stuff happening in the world. We don't have to worry about that stuff. We're part of the new world. We're living the life here, guys. $1.99 for this V cutter, right? It's a no-brainer at Binny's. Easy to cut. Look at it, fits right in there. You put the PP in like this. See the PP? Put the PP right in there, and the V, like there. See that? Boom. It's a no-brainer. Make the cut. Oh, there it is. There it is. You see? Look at the little PP. Oh, Adesanya. Where's Adesanya? Oh, just like that. Oh, you like this? Oh, see? Oh, just like that. Just like that. Nice little V cut. Nice little V cut on the PP. Little PP. Oh, yes. Little PP cut. Little PP cut. Just for you. Just for you people. Oh. Salud. Cheers, guys. Wow, look at that. It's juicy. I'm chugging. Because that beer is so good. To chug it. Guys, this card, Makachev, Volkanovski 2, horrible betting card, guys. My first recommendation, and I don't mind telling people, stay away. You don't need to gamble every week. You don't need to gamble any event. We gamble on likelihoods. We don't make predictions we make sound investment risks or investment speculations. We invest is what we do. We look to get the biggest reward for our risk with the least possible risk to be mitigated, right? We mitigate the risk. We look at alternatives, we look at options, we look at the payouts, we assess what's best and what we're willing to lose and for what risk and what we're going to be gaining. And that's how we make our bets. We're not like we're betting numbers against numbers. We're betting abilities. That's why I love MMA. But as far as what we're betting and what our unit is, like $100. Like, why are you going to risk $100 today on something that is minus 115, right? Like even a prop bet. When last week you were throwing $100 a week before, $100 on a prop bet that was plus 325, right? You have to have some consistency in what it is that you're willing to risk. And will that plus 325 come up again maybe next week? Yeah, maybe next week is the better time to go for it. Right? This week, in my opinion, everyone is chasing. At this point, you're chasing. And there's nothing to chase. Looking up and down this card, it is chalky. There is nothing but chalk everywhere. Are one of those favorites going to lose? I think one of them will. Like one of the Russians will probably lose. I don't know which one it is. Is it worthy enough to chase a dog here? We're going to talk about that. There's a couple dogs I think that there are a couple Russians that are in some tough matchups. But as far as money line goes on this card, we are looking at it as a disaster. Even if you intend to parlay these, I wouldn't hate you if you parlay most of the Russians, if not all of the Russians, on this card. I've done the Russian parlay before, and I think that the last time they were in Abu Dhabi, if you had parlayed the Russians, I think all 9 of them won, or was it 8 or 9 of them won? One of them lost. It was the guy who Buckley beat, the Russian that Buckley beat, I believe, on that card. But one of the Russians did lose, but most all of them won. And I think this is going to be another one of those cards where most of the Russians win, but I think there's 2 of them that are facing better level of competition other than Volkanovski and Makhachev. And the only reason I would say better, have doubt in Volkanovski is like he's just coming off of surgery. He just it was at home eating steak, probably hunting, messing with kangaroos and koala bears. Like the guy was probably having shrimp on the Barbie, surfing. And he's literally coming from the surf to go and face one of the top fighters pound for pound in the world, and he's one of the top as well. That's just a tough ask. That's a real tough ask on short notice. I mean, if anyone could do it and pull off a victory, it's going to be Volkanovski. The guy is one of the best athletes probably to compete in the UFC ever. I think he's underrated. Like, being a professional rugby player or Aussie rules players, they don't realize like how hard that is. And then he was bigger. He was like a 270 pounder or something like that. He was like a huge man. I don't know how you come, get smaller, go down to 155. I guess you just start training and you're not strength training anymore. I really don't understand that, but and we're talking juice. Like, look at what Bobby Green says about the Russians. And I mean, was Volk probably on the juice probably before? He's bald. Maybe. Strong guy. Off the juice, not as big. I mean, it's quite possible. So, but really, really just, I mean, what an ask for Volkanovski to come out. But he is the best athlete and probably has the best likelihood to pull out a victory, because the match last time with Makhachev was close. I don't think it was like even though it was I don't think it was a split decision. Volkanovski won a couple rounds there, and I think at the end there at the fight, if it's a street fight, if it just kept going, if there was another round or if there was no time limits, I think Volkanovski would have won that fight. I think he could win in a death match against Makhachev. Like Volkanovski's hard to kill. Look at that Ortega, like had him like choked out. That you need to break that guy's arm. Like you can't even choke him out. You need to break his arm, and he still won't tap. I think if there is a submission, it's going to be by not verbal, but it will be a referee's stoppage. Mm. What's the over 1.5 in that fight? What is the over 1.5 also in Usman versus Khamzat? I bet it's going to be pretty chalky. Both of them are going to be pretty chalky numbers. Maybe a parlay over 1.5 on each of those. I bet I haven't even looked. I'm assuming that over 1.5 in Volkanovski and Makhachev is going to be in that minus 300 area, and I'm thinking the over 1.5 in Usman and Khamzat is in that minus 150 area. So we're getting close to even money if you parlay those two. Again, these chalky numbers, guys. That is the story of this card here. That is the what you're going to have to do if you want to make any money. Is you're going to have to find your two more probable outcomes of props, whether it's a time prop. Some guys don't like to do the time props. So I was talking to him, like, fine for you, dude. I've done the trifectas. Like I remember one time I won Alex Pereira over 1.5. Alex Pereira by decision, and yes to go the distance. Like I love doing that stuff. You know, I was like, I parlayed those things now as well. Parlayed those outcomes, in because I was allowed to do it in this particular card, and made great money. And I love doing the trifecta. I love picking the time prop. I love picking the outcome, picking the winner. Picking the method, or the quad, the quad. I love it. Little spicy, little pepper. I don't mind that. I don't mind that allspice, that pepper. Very herbal. It's spicy, and I like it. I like that it's not super spicy. Is it a novice cigar? Probably not. Is it typical or similar to like the Nub Cammeroon? No. It has more of that spicy start and finish, or pepper, strong pepper. Strong cedar, strong wood. I don't want to say it's flat, but it has a dryness to it. I prefer my Cammeroons. Like I love the Nub Cammeroon. That was a 10. That was one of our favorite cigars. And one thing I love about Cammeroon cigars is that they're very rich. They have a lot of oil to them. And this cigar, unfortunately, doesn't. It could be that it was in that packaging for a long time, because I think these came out around Christmas, so it's about a year old that it's been in that packaging. And I probably should have opened them up, sat it for a while, but that's okay. That's why I got 2 packages. I'm going to open them up, throw them in the Tupperware, and let them breathe, let them open up, let them re-oil themselves, revitalize themselves. And I'll let you know how the tasting is then and how the flavor is then. But not a bad cigar. It just doesn't have, as I always mention, the 3 elements of a tasting, whether it's a beer or a cigar. We want that story to be told. We want that beginning. We want that middle. And we want that end. And we don't want it to be a mono flavor, right? We don't want Bud Light. We don't want Budweiser / even Modelo. Where Modelo has 2 notes, but we don't want that one note libation. We don't want that one note cigar. It's not what we're looking for. It's not what we want when we're enjoying ourselves. But still, you could enjoy this. Still a great purchase. You know, the value pack, I'm happy with it. You know, trust me, when I give somebody one of these New World cigars, when we're out there, so if you happen to, we go to an event together or we're smoking together, I bring something and I give something to you, you're going to be happy with the cigar. You're going to be happy. Don't worry about it. You know, don't get it lost in the weeds. I think a lot of people, even the cigar community, in the beer community, people get very lost in it. Like, everybody's making some good stuff. It's a lot of it's coming from the same place. Like, even the tequila, wine is a little different. The wine varietals, I think, having a little bit more of a discerning palate as well as perspective and knowledge is more important. But in the cigar world, where a lot of cigars are coming from Esteli, Nicaragua, and there are differences. Yes, there are differences between the cigars that come from literally 20 yards away or a couple meters away than what the cigars are in front of you when you go to Nicaragua. You know, they're different parcels. They get different sun. They get different kinds. They have different soil, even though it's in the same place. There's different types of soil content there. Also, like when they were raised. When you go to these places, a lot of the saplings of the tobacco leaf grown indoors, how well they were maintained, what process that they go through indoors and then going to outdoor planting, or if they're grown in let's just say, I haven't gone to one of those where they're actually like grown completely indoors, but I wouldn't rule that out. I wouldn't rule that out in a lot of different cigars. So, but this AJ Fernandez sampler box, must buy. Yeah, Midway Customs. I live by. Oh shit! That's why we put the fucking cigars in the box and close it up. I live right by an airport. I'm in an airline line. So the planes come past O'Hare, actually, go out to the lake, and then they have 2 different runways at O'Hare where they can land. And I am on the northern runway. So when they come back out, there's literally a line above me. Like, you can count every 10, 15 seconds, there's going to be another plane coming right above me, right? And I'm in that path. And I know the path really well because I work at the airport and I see that friggin' path all the time. It's just what happens. It's safe to have the planes, and it's easy to have the planes line up over the lake and then come in on either side, right? Or sometimes they're coming in one way or the other, but usually they're coming from the east to the west, and they come right over me every couple minutes or so, even a few seconds sometimes. So yeah, what's in the cup is Hot Butcher's scrap metal. I already gave the beer a 10. Juicy, great citrus. Like it says bright tropical. It is. It's very bright tropical with light melon, or is that life melon? No, ripe melon, and it has that. I love that the notes that it gives you are accurate. Like, I taste those. It's not them prejudicing me. I'm not getting a prejudice about it. It is what it says it is, and they're very pronounced features in the beer. So, love the beer. What is the alcohol content? 7.5. Great. I'm gonna get a good buzz, and I'm drinking it fast because I like the beer, and I want to get buzzed. So there goes that point again. All right. Cigar's getting better, guys. Cigar is getting better. I think it just needs to open up, needs a little heat. Well, that beer is fantastic. Yeah, so as far as cards go, guys, I'm advising you pass. Pass. I made a play. I'll explain to you the play a little bit. You probably would know what it is. I think it was a no-brainer. I did it earlier in the week before the odds flipped even more so. I hate saying that to people, but this was that card where you definitely had to jump on something, maybe even the week prior. Like the chalk on this card is ridiculous. It's out of control. I don't think there's a money line play that is safe unless it's a dog play. Like and let's talk about the dog plays. Let's just start with that. A probable, or at least I'm not certain if I'm not there yet, and I've already lost value in it. Is Johnny Walker versus Anikhailov. Walker can move. He's going to have the huge speed advantage, and he's going to be better on the feet. And we saw that Anikhailov against Polish Power gasses. Right, if he doesn't get you out in that first round or in the second round or in the third round, he's dog shit. And if Johnny Walker can just dance, literally, because that's what he does, he likes dancing. He could dance, avoid the takedowns, stay away from the guy, and pick his shots. He's got the better striking, he's got the better movement, he's much quicker, but here's the big problem. The big problem is Johnny Walker is dumb as rocks. He has probably some of the worst fight IQ other than his buddy Alex Pieta. Or not Pieta, but what's not Alex Pieta, but the other Fieta? The other Brazilian guy who wants to fight Wonder Boy, who almost killed me. He wanted to beat me up when we were at Kansas City. He almost beat me up because I was harassing him and touching him and stuff like that. So that's what I do to people. I molest them. What can I say? That's if I like you and you see you wearing some nice Versace clothes and you're a fighter, you might get touched. That's what do you wear the nice clothes for? Like I wear the nice material too. You're gonna want to touch me. Much better right now. Cigar is getting richer. It needed to open up. That's exactly it. Just needed time. Just needed time to breathe. The heat is bringing out the oils. It's smoothing out that pepperiness, so it isn't as cedarous or peppery. It's starting to have that more earthy goodness that I enjoy, that I respect, that I want from a Cammeroon. More of those oils are starting to come out. I could see the start of it. I probably should have sat on it, but that's okay. The second one's there. We already know how it tastes. We know that I'm happy again. Whether you're a novice cigar smoker or even a pro or long-term smoker, you smoke a lot, this variety pack is a steal. I might go and buy, like I said, next week or the following week. I know they're going to still have some. I'm going to buy the rest of them. Because I love the New World cigars. I think it's a great introductory value. You're getting 5 different blends, so it's a genuine variety. You're getting 5 different blends or leaves on the cigar of AJ Fernandez cigars, high quality cigars for $30. That's a no-brainer. Like, it's easily valued almost double that. Like, I think you're getting, that's why I bought 2. I was like, you know what, this is too good. Like, just because 2 of them are more of a Corona size rather than my normal 50 gauge that costs like $10. Even those other ones that are the Corona size, they're like probably $8. So you're looking at, this one's got to be at least 13, 10 for the Perfecto, so at 23. The Corona's another 14, so we're at $37 right there. And then the and then the Maduro, which is a thicker gauge, that one's at $10. So like you're at $43, right? Easily, like $43 to $46 in value for 29. Like if you bought those cigars individually, you're going to spend that at least $43 on the 5 cigars in that one. And I think more. I think you're going to end up spending more. And that's if you can find the cigars, because at the Binny's I was at, that's also why I got the variety pack, is they only carry the My World Connecticut, and they carry the Dorado in a larger gauge in the double Corona sort of style. Not as long actually, or Robusto Grande, but a 50 gauge that is not quite a Churchill size. It's not quite a double Corona. It's just under that size. So it's like a Corona Grande. I don't know what I would call it, but that would be my best description of it. But it's a good, good value for about $11, right? The cigars, the two that are in there that are the Connecticut and the Dorado, are a little thinner in gauge, but they're still going to be, like I said, in that $8 range. So great value, must buy. Same with Hot Butcher. There isn't a Hot Butcher beer that we have not liked. There isn't one Hot Butcher blend or release that's been bad lately. It's no-brainer and no-brainer. Like as far as pairings go, you get an AJ Fernandez cigar, you're going to get a high-quality cigar at a great price. You get Hot Butcher if you're here in Chicago. I don't know if they're distributed anywhere else. You're going to get a good price on that. You're going to get good value. Put us in the chat there. Oh, that was like... And then I have to walk towards the monitor to see, because the sun's right in my face. All right, so going back, I'm not on Johnny Walker yet, right? I'm not on there. Like, what is Johnny Walker? What are we looking at here? And I think his method of victory is TKO. Johnny Walker is going to be at plus 280. That's not bad. He's been fluctuating. I think he was even a greater underdog last week and just at the beginning of the week. Let's see what we have here. Over 1.5, minus 157. Yeah, that's what did I say? What did I say it was going to be? Minus 150? Guys, that's what I do now when I gamble. I create, that's what a true capper does. Like everyone says, oh, capper comparison, they're a capper. No, you're not a capper. You're not a capper. One, you don't get a job as a capper. And two, your content doesn't reflect anything that you do capping. You don't, I myself look, and I don't care what Vegas is. I'll say, okay, it's going to be like this. This would be the number, like I did the minus 150. I knew the over 1.5 is going to be around minus 150. But really, what's important for us cappers and gamblers to do is once we know that it's going to be that number, how much do we want to put on it? And is it a bet that we're willing to lose on? How much can we afford to lose on it? And is it worth the risk to reward? Right? That's what the prediction and the capping really does. Like a capper is going to be like, okay, I'm willing. I'm saying Makhachev via submission is probably going to be in that plus 300, 325 range. That's what I'm thinking it is. I don't want to bet it, because if I wanted to bet it, I want it at that plus 400, plus 500 range. It's a worthy bet for me and a worthy risk for a unit at that price. At plus 200, plus 225, Makhachev by submission doesn't strike me. It doesn't pay me, right? The TKO should be at the plus 400, plus 500. I don't know what it is. Let's look right now what it is, right? I would want it to be. I want it if Makhachev. If I were going to bet it, I want it at that plus 500, plus 600 out area, and what you rarely are getting nowadays. But that's how I make my bets nowadays. It's not what is listed. It's like what I think it should be, and how much can, you know, if it is there, Makhachev TKO plus 430, submission plus 340. Guys, I predict these things. They call me Mystic Lopez. They call me the bout better because I know these things. Right, guys? Plus 340 submission. And his finish line is going to be, what is minus 110? Are they giving you for the finish? Makhachev finish. Minus 205. Holy shit, we're not betting that. We're not betting that. Minus 205. What's that Makhachev? What did I say the over 1.5 was going to be? Like close to minus 300 or minus 400 or something? Over 1.5, minus 590. I was off, but we knew we were betting some chalk. Yeah. And then the over 2.5, minus 295. Yeah, guys, stay away from this card. Stay away. Stay very far away from this card. They are not favorable betting lines to us. These other gamblers saying, oh, I know that's a tough card, but I found this spot for you. No. Next week, the following weeks, we're going to find some better spots, guys. We're going to get you that plus money, those good bets. Stay away from this card. Guys are just beyond speculating. They're reaching here. They're reaching and forcing you to bet these, which Vegas is doing as well, these absurd round props, time props, method props that you don't need to do. You could just wait next week and we're going to find you a great dog, right, that's going to make you some money, right? One bet on the money line. Just wait. Save that money. You whatever your bankroll was this week, was it $200, $300, $100, $50? Save your $50 for next week. You don't need to bet. You don't need to bet. I already made a parlay. I'll tell you what the parlay is in a little bit. But again, going back to what I do as a gambler, my methodology is I pick the number. I determine what number it should be. And if it's not, then right away, like we look at the under 1.5. Not parlaying that. It's not even. We're not. That tells me to stay away from this fight. Period. Right. Islam at minus 250, still a parlayable piece. Right. He's not at that minus 300 mark, which is my number. We're at minus 300. I don't see any value in parlaying somebody. And we're at that point. Minus 250 we're reaching still, but it's at the cusp of my number where I don't like to parlay people. If I parlay some favorites, I like that minus 200. I like that minus 150. Or even attacking on the money line at minus 150. I don't mind doing that. But we're at the cusp there where I think, Islam is, as well as for the big money bettors, like people that bet at that $10,000 range or plus, and we'll take, what is Makhachev for 10K, right? We got 10K. Let's see here. $1,000 nets you $400, and $10,000 net you $4,000. Right? Risky, but I bet I know somebody that's putting at least 10 grand, if not more, on Makhachev. Short notice, even Volkanovski. I bet he puts 14,000. I bet he's betting maybe 15,000 on that. I would bet. I know somebody that's putting 15 grand on that. I already know his gambling style. Yeah, he's going to bet 15,000 next to make 6,000, and he's going to be happy with that. And again, it's like what you're willing to your risk to reward, what you're not only what you're able to lose, but what is it that you're comfortable with, right? Look at the line. You make the line. You cap yourself, like what you want to pay for something, and you're hoping, and then you determine what you're going to put out for it, what you're willing to risk if it's a number that you like, right? Like Islam, this fight being over 1.5, it's at minus 590. I said it was going to be like minus 300, minus 400. If it were at that minus 300 number, I would parlay it. Like I would have parlayed it with the over 1.5 and uh, uh, the Johnny Walker bout with Anakalev. I would have parlayed that. But I'm looking at a not a probable, but a dog in Johnny Walker. Let's talk another dog. I think the most overlooked, most underrated, one of the best fights on this card, overlooked card. And I introduced you guys to this guy, Victor Henry. He was one of our best bets last year when he first came onto the scene against Javid Basharat, who's been my money maker, and I introduced you, bet money on him right out the gate too. He's like, we had insight with Afghan, I forgot his name right now, who was one of our, used to participate on the site a lot. Javid Basharat and his brother are fantastic fighters, and Victor Henry's a dog. Like at plus 420, I hate to bet against Javid Basharat, but at minus 590, Victor Henry's a dog. That dude fights for your money. And at plus 430, he might be worth a lottery ticket. He might be worth that $20 bet, right? I'm not saying it's a go strong on it. But he's a dog. That's the other thing, guys. That's a big difference between, they say, oh, don't bet what you're not willing to lose. I'm willing to lose a little money. I've lost enough so much that like losing $100, $200 in an event, even $300, I hate to say it, or even $400, it hurts, but it's not as big a deal anymore. It used to really bother me, but I've learned, except, oh, you're licking your pee-pee. How are you? No, come over here. I'll play with your pee-pee. Come on. Oh. Yeah, come on. I said it once, I said it before. Most of these guys never say, the people on YouTube, they never say, oh, I took a hit, I lost $500, or I lost $1,000. Like Republicans, they're lying. MMA cappers on YouTube have an interest in keeping you captivated by lying. They have to lie. They have to convince you, they're finessing you into listening and to coming back for their opinion next week. That's why I like Uncle Weezy. I always mention Uncle Weezy, Blood Money Bets, Johnny K Picks. These kids gamble. These guys gamble. And I think some of the other guys you could see they're gambling too, and they do it live. I appreciate that. If you're a channel, you're doing live and you make a live bet and somebody's watching you, that's great. They're able to cap on. But the whole point of doing these shows, going live and everything is doing it ahead of time, right? So that you're doing it you're really predicting, right? And you're helping people make some money. You know how I'm helping people make money this week? Do not bet this week. That's how you're making money, because you're not throwing money away on these crazy props, these crazy parlays, because that's the only way you're going to make good money is parlaying these outcomes, parlaying the time props, parlaying these guys on the money line, and then you're just stacking big chalk to get the even money, and then you're going to bet your $100. Save your friggin' $100 for next week or the week before. Save your money, guys. Or here what you do. Grab your $100. Let's say whatever your bank is on an event, let's drop it down to 25% of that bank. Or so like for me, it'd be $100, right? Like my bank is normally $500 to $400 to $500 for an event. I'm going to take just $100, right? And use that to bet $20 here, and I'm going to, on some dogs or something here, $20 there, $15 there, $10 here, just on these lottery ticket bets. Like Victor Henry, good submission defense. Basharat has got good submissions, but he's not a jiu-jitsu guy. He's got good jiu-jitsu, good submissions, good decent control, but he's more of a kickboxer, and he's a cleaner kickboxer than Victor Henry. But Victor Henry is like a Wolverine. I think that's his nickname, is the Wolverine in Spanish. I'm not positive. Or a badger. The dude is vicious. Like, he's going to fight for your money. I'm throwing $20 at it. 20 to win 100, to win $86. 20 pays 106. I love me Javid Basharat. I respect Victor Henry. He's made me money before, but the line is wide, is skewed. It's too great. Victor Henry is not fantastic, right? I'm not saying he's going to be a world beater here. We've seen him lose here, but the guy is decent. He can put it together. He does have some skills, and if he has a good day, if he's gone over there, and if he's had a good trip, because I don't know if he's fighting out of Mexico or Argentina right now, but if that's the other big problem of risking it on some of these guys that are non-Arab and not from Europe. It's a long journey over there, and just like Volkov and even Usman's not even, he just got there a few days ago. Horrible. So I didn't see the weigh-ins today. I haven't peeked the weigh-ins or anything. But I think this is the fight to watch. I think it's going to be a lot more exciting than it is on the odds. So look for this fight to be a great matchup. I think these guys, Javid Basharat for sure has a better skill set. Just the way he uses his reach, his movement. He's got great punching technique. Now, I like watching him. Good kicks. Good on the ground, man. If he gets you, you get caught. He'll catch you. Great all-around fighter. Definitely has a big future. I think they're showcasing him here, possibly to get a finish. But Victor Henry is tough to finish. Really tough guy. Vicious fighter himself. Can take punches. Can get up, from a grappler. I think Javid is going to piece him up. Javid is, but I think like over 1.5, minus 590. He has to go the distance, minus 250. Again, I should have, before I even looked at it, I should have said it's over. He has to go the distance, it's going to be minus 300, because Victor Henry's a tough guy. It is going to go the distance. I think that Javid Basharat by decision, minus 150. You can't bet this stuff, guys. I can't make this shit up. I agree with Vegas. That's the most likely outcome. If this is going to go to decision, I think Victor Henry on the money line. Maybe not the $20. Maybe because it is still plus 430. Maybe just $10 then, right? Literally a lottery ticket bet, and let it be. I'm not saying that to do it. It might be my play. I might be put a play on that. Women's bout, Jinh Frey versus Victoria Duskova. Again, the line skewed. Throw $5 on Jinh Frey. Why a lot of these fighters, right? Like there is interest in a couple of these fights here in just throwing $5 on the dog, right? $10 like on Tim Elliott, right? I wish he were a little bit richer, but plus 320. He's going to be Mokaev's toughest fight. Elliott can grapple. He can wrestle really well. He's got some good wrestling. He's got decent boxing. What's up, MMA Jesus? Bless you, man. Hope everything's going well, brother. Go look at MMA Jesus channel. I know that dude's a G. I know MMA Jesus be gambling. Got to be got to get that money for his weed habit. Weed ain't cheap. You better be winning if you're smoking weed like MMA Jesus. I'll tell you that much. That dude be flaming, smoke in the air. He be throwing that smoke in the air. He be smoking like weed size joints, cigar size joints like this thing. You be filling it with weed. That guy MMA Jesus. That's a lot of money. You roll a big old blunt like this. It's $100 blunt the fucking MMA Jesus might be smoking. You got to be winning a lot of fights, MMA Jesus. You got to be winning a lot of bets to smoke like that guy. So trust that dude. I have confidence in MMA Jesus. I think he's legit, very credible MMA analyst, gambler out there. Go to his channel for sure. Great guy, great content, and picks winners. Like he'll pick some winners. And he gambles. He takes risks. Like all these guys always betting, I don't just bet dogs all the time, but like take a gamble, take a risk, right? Like, so yeah, that's why, Johnny Walker, I think it was when he was last week, when he was like plus 325 would have been a better bet. There's no way. I mean, Kamzat at minus 335 still might be parlayable. I just cannot bet. And let's just get to what my main play is for the week. What I put $100 on, and I did it earlier in the week, and I got to minus 110. I don't know what it is now. I put Islam Makhachev. I love Volk. Come on, Volk is a badass. And I put Kamzat in a parlay. I got minus 110. Right now they're at minus 124. I still think, I know it's risky. And am I saying bet the house on it? No, but I already put 100 on it. So that's my play of the week. Is it risky? Can one of those guys lose? I think Makhachev has more likelihood of losing than Kamzat, but look who was training or in Makhachev's corner this week, unlike he was last time. Khabib is there. Khabib is riding the ship. If there was something wrong the past week or the past couple weeks, that that Khabib is there. Khabib was forced to be there because he wants to make sure nothing goes wrong. Islam is like his brother, literally like his brother. They grew up together, fighting together. His father, they trained together. He was his main training partner. He's a successor. He's doing everything possible to prepare Islam for this fight. And fucking Volkanovski literally probably was eating shrimp off the Barbie in Sydney, right? He's probably surfing, shooting fucking goddamn animals, killing rattlesnakes, being Crocodile Dundee over there the whole week, which is great. But Islam was over there in Abu Dhabi in their training facility training, even though he was playing some of that Russian basketball, the Dagestani basketball, which is a sport now. This needed to open up, guys. I'm going to give the cigar a solid 7.5 in this form. I know it has the oils there. Hopefully, with time in the humidor, it's going to be in that 8.5, 9 range. It's going to be in that range. I know it has the potential. It's just that it was in the packaging that it was, which is good packaging. I could tell that there was some kind of humidification liner in there that was helping humidify and keep these cigars fresh, because it wasn't dry per se, but now I could tell the richness of it. The subtle sweetness, the plantains coming out. It is Cameroon. I love Cameroon tobacco. I haven't smoked a Cameroon cigar that I have not liked. It just haven't found a cigar from the Cammeroon that I haven't enjoyed. I love the Cameroon wrapper. I would love to go to Cameroon. And look at it that has the Cameroon colors, that green. It needs some red to it, but I'd love to go. Well, it does have the red. Look, AJ Fernandez red for Cameroon. Beautiful, beautiful packaging. We're going to Africa, but we're going to Ghana. We're going to Ghana. I don't know if it's this year. I mean, next year or the year after that. I think we're going to Ghana. Hopefully the year after. Or if I could do it sooner, I want to do it. I want to do Africa. It's on the bucket list. You know, if I get the opportunity to go to Africa, I'm going to go. So yeah, that's my play, guys. I'm not saying to tail me. I'm fairly confident in it. To 2 fighters on super short notice. Like, we're not even talking 10 days. We're talking like 8 days short notice. We're not even talking 10, 15 days notice. We're not talking, 20 days notice. We're talking literally 8 days, 5 days notice, right? I know fighters always are in shape. They're always training. But, man, this is just against those guys, against Khamzat and Makhachev, they're always training too. And they were preparing for a fight. And dare I say that, Islam might have had a more well-rounded fighter to face than Volkanovski. Yeah, the facts state that. Like, the submission ability of Oliveira is insane. Charlie Olives is one of the best fighters in the UFC. One of the great. He's a UFC future Hall of Famer. Not just a champion, but a future Hall of Famer. He's going to have the most submissions in UFC history, right? He's going to go down and probably some of the most finishes, because he could finish you on the feet, and he's still going to continue on. If he loses this fight, he's still going to continue on, right? After this fight, he's still going to continue on fighting somebody. The guy's going to finish. He's going to finish whoever he's fighting. He's going to finish. The guy's a finisher, great fighter. I can't. I cannot go against those guys right now. And of the two that could win in terms of dogs, Volkanovski's the better dog. I think Kamaru Usman's knees, he's done. I don't think if in a rematch with Kobe, a third match, I don't think or would it be the fourth? No, it's a third match. I don't think he could beat Kobe. I don't think he could beat a lot of, and he's going up in weight. No. I don't think he could beat. I think he's done. Yes, he was a great athlete. Yes, he's super talented. Like, my knees are shot. Like, when your knees go, I don't care what level you're at, it is so hard. They're doing better at it, of getting back into shape and become athletes. But once your knees go, you're done, man. You're done. Especially like Khamzat isn't going to do it because he doesn't have great kicks. But imagine if like I think like Jonathan Martinez, for example, he fights fucking Usman. I think he tears Usman up. He rips through him. He kicks those knees like he did against this, the other Mexican kid. Like, it's just you got to, in MMA you have to have great knees. You have to have stable, sound base, sound knees and legs. And Usman's are done, right? I think if he can't, and he doesn't even take anybody down as much anymore, because the knees aren't there. I think Khamzat's going to take him down, and Usman's not going to be able to get up. And it's basically Khamzat gets him like by ground and pound, or even submits him. I know that Usman hasn't been submitted in a while, but it's going to be either ground and pound or a submission, and you have to pick one of the two, because we saw that the finish is minus 200, whatever it was, which is ridiculous, minus 220. So stay away, guys. Just stay away from this card. Even the dogs that I'm mentioning, not worth the the squeeze. The juice is not worth the squeeze. Maybe this parlay at minus 124 is what you could get it right now. You know, I threw 100 on it, right? 100 to win 82. I'm not unhappy with that. I might just leave it at that. That might just be my only bet. Let it be. Let it roll. You know, I got it at minus 110. It's at minus 124 right now. It doesn't really matter. If you've gotten it earlier in the week where it was even money, better bet. But we're still not. We're talking $18 difference. Still there. That's bettable, but there isn't a lot here, guys. Isn't not there, and other people or you might. What information are you giving me? Why am I talking and watching this? I'm giving you the best information possible. That I think is the best information. Stay away from these events. Go buy some of these cigars. Go buy some good beer. You're making a better investment. Go throw your $100 on something that you enjoy. Buy a watch. Buy I don't know what it is that you enjoy. Go and buy some weed. MMA Jesus like weed. Go and buy some better weed this week. Don't gamble MMA Jesus. Buy some fucking dope ass dank ass weed. You only buy the dank, get the dank weed. That's what you got to do this week. Throw your that little money that you're going to throw at this event, throw it into something else that you enjoy and you like. Or save it. Save it for the next event. You don't have to bet every week, guys. You don't have to bet every event. You don't have to bet. Me, you know me, the bout better. I bet not only every event, I used to bet every fight. I bet something. And in this card, thank God, I've gotten over that technique because I would just lose. I could see myself easily losing my bank, $500 on this event, or I would still break even, or I would be all right. But it's not worth it. It's not worth the stress. It's not worth any of it. Again, probable dogs or dogs to chase. I think the best dogs to chase are, and they're still big dogs. Tim Elliott, right? I think that he's got a chance against Mokaev. Victor Henry, again, it's a long shot. It's just a throwing money in the air, right? Where else? Yeah. Jin Frey. Yeah. Women's fight, plus 410. Gotta go the distance. Jin Frey will fight for your money. Same thing. She'll fight for your money. Tough lady. Not fantastic. Not any good. $5, $10. Why not? Tim Elliott, $5, $10. Why not? Victor Henry, $5, $10. Why not? Johnny Walker, $5. Actually, more $20, $10 or $10. Why not? Right? And that's it. Because why am I going to parlay Magomedov with let's see, let's throw Bashrod in there at minus 590. Why am I going to Mokaev minus 435? Said Nurmagomedov, which I think is going to win too. He's a good parlay piece. Said Nurmagomedov is very, very good parlay piece. And minus 230. That's another person like in a 3 parlay. Let me take. Let's see if we could build something around Said Nurmagomedov. I would put Said with Khamzat and that Makhachev, only getting a plus 162 for that 3, and maybe do them in a rounds robin in that Trixie for the 100, right? And you get it even money. You double your money. Not great. And I think they're interchangeable, right? Or rather than Khamzat, no, yeah, you want that Khamzat at minus 335. Or rather than Khamzat, and you want to parlay Said and, yeah, you're even money with Islam and Said. My lock of the night is Said Nurmagomedov. That would be my lock of the night. There's a bug in my beer. There's nothing here, guys. I think, looking forward, right? Our David Onama, our friend, minus 215. Get on him now. I like Onama. I don't know what he's doing with his training. We'll have to talk to him. Angela Hill against Denise Gomes. Angela Hill still going for it. Ruiz Montserrat against Arada Marura. Wow. Ishmael Bonfim, minus 435, man. Wow. Armin Petrosian and Adolfo Vieira. I like Armin. If Rodolfo doesn't get him down, Armin's gonna knock him out. Armin's gonna finish him. Armin's getting that win. Rodolfo Vieira could Petrosian's sub defense. That might be the play right there. And then Derek Lewis, always dangerous, plus 410. And what is Derek? Oh, we don't have that yet. Yeah. Stay away, guys. Stay away from this event. There's nothing fantastic. Even the dogs I mentioned, lottery ticket plays, small bites, nothing big. I think you could parlay what I'm going to say are the big three: the Russian Said Nurmagomedov, Makachev, and Khamzat. Or put them in a Trixie and let it be. I mean, if we're going to parlay, just leave it at 3 legs or the 2 legs of any of those 3, and you're going to be okay and just let it ride. But this is a card to avoid. Not a good betting card, but a good card, good fighting card. What's going to be interesting is who finishes and who doesn't. I think there's a card to bet to be looking at those distance props and not getting a finish. Nobody ever really looks at those. Nobody ever talks about that. About like Makachev not getting the finish, right? Like, what is Islam not getting the finish? Everybody always looks at like what the finish is. What doesn't have it today? Oh yeah, it does. Makachev not to win my finish is... Oh, Makachev by finish is plus 155. Not to win my finish is minus 205. Khamzat not to win by finish. Minus 104. To win by finish, minus 129. Guys, stay away from this card. Buy cigars, buy some beer, buy some silver, buy a watch. Save that money for a vacation. Save it for a rainy day. Save for a different event, a different prop, a different bet. Woo! I'll have one more beer with you guys, just sort of shooting the shit. And then we're done here, guys. Anyone in the chat? No one's in the chat. What up? Welcome, Pile Betters. If you've made it this far, you are a bout better. Yeah, when that sun goes down, that temperature is already dropping. It's a nice afternoon, clear skies, guys. Looks good. I don't know what happened in the weigh-ins. We could watch the ceremonial weigh-ins, probably already happening right now. Love the band. The New World AJ Fernandez band. Signature in the back. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, the cigar's changed, which is good. It's a very good cigar. Pepperiness is gone. Love it. The oils are starting to come out much more pronounced now. Excellent. Just need to let it open up. I'm gonna put it in the like I said, put it in the Tupperware. It's gonna be a good smoke. Look at that burn, perfect burn. AJ Fernandez. Must buy, guys. That value pack, variety pack. 10 on that pack, guys. Must buy. Am I the only outdoor MMA review? Probably. Am I the only cigar smoking MMA review? Probably. I'm not the only drinker or drunk that's doing the fucking MMA picks. That's a good chat right there. Man, it's turning really good right now, guys. Strong oils. I was smoking it too fast. Smoking this way too fast. It's a good cigar. Strong earth, incredible oils. Once this opens up and it ages, I have to find just the Cammeroon AJ Fernandez. I gotta find a box of these or a couple of them. Just get a couple of them from the collection. Guys, we're ready to stop discussing the MMA. I don't think there's a lot to discuss here, as I mentioned before. I hate to be all boring. I know there isn't a lot of, it's your boy, Roberto the Bout Better. It's your boy. I got the picks for today. Not really, guys. We're out here just enjoying a beer, enjoying our cigars. Hopefully, you guys are too. Going back, what I'm saying, we're not betting this week. We already invested in some cigars. We invested in some beer. We're going to watch the fights, enjoy the fights. Maybe you get a live bet, like on one of these favorites. Like their number drops, like they lose a round, they drop around or something like that. But that's risky too, because maybe they don't recover. But I don't think it's a good betting week, guys. I don't think it's a good betting week at all. My best play of the week was buying 2 packs of these variety packs. That was my best play of the week. Open it up the, yeah. The play of the week. 2. Said, don't buy 1. Shit, I thought it was a deal. And I saw it. I didn't see these originally, but this is my pick of the week. My pick of the week is, if you're a cigar smoker, go ahead and buy these variety packs. Or even if you're not a cigar smoker, go buy these variety packs. They're a fucking deal. They're a steal. Like I said, I'm gonna go and buy another one, because I smoke cigars. I smoke cigars all the time. Haven't been able to smoke. I did smoke. I smoked on vacation. I smoked. Other advice, guys. When you go on vacation, bring your own cigars, unless you're going to Nicaragua, right? You go, or even Europe, wherever you go, bring your own, because our prices here in the U.S. are outstanding. Outstanding. I can't tell you how expensive cigars were in Cabo. Like those, for the nub cigars that I paid $7 here for, they wanted $30+ for them, almost $40 for a nub. And they didn't even have the selection that they have at Vinny's or at Norwood Park Cigars. Always remember Sport Local. I haven't gone to Norwood. I did go to Norwood. I grabbed some of the Opus X. They have some of the Arturo Fuente pinks right now. So go over to Norwood Park Cigars, get the pinks. If you're here in Chicago, I need to go check out what those are. So I need to go by there and pick them up. But this pack here, 5 cigars for $30. I should just go back and buy the rest of them. And I may just go back and buy all the rest of them, because I get a diversity of blends, and these are some of the best cigars that I've smoked. And they have this humidification sampler, but this sampler is like the best. Some of the best cigars you could have for the money. $30 for a package. Get 2 if you find them. Get 2. I'm telling you guys. That's my play of the week. Invest in some cigars. Invest in something you enjoy. Put it in your. Buy some silver. Buy some gold. Buy a watch. Buy something that's you need for your tools. Buy some new gloves to lift weights, or buy some new. I don't know what the fuck you guys do. Buy a new soccer ball, buy a new basketball, buy a new football. Don't gamble this week. Don't gamble. Just let things slide, let things rest. Right? Put that money away and invest in the next event, or in another manner. Just don't bet. That light oil, no more pepperiness to it, strong earth tone. Love Cameroon. Love Cameroon cigars. I want to go to Cameroon now. Well, gentlemen, people, ladies, if you've made it this far, you are about better. I appreciate every one of you that does watch this, listens to me, respects my opinion. Again, stay away from this bout or this event. Hope you are all doing well. Continue doing well. Don't worry about what's happening out in the world. You guys are fantastic. We're living the life. Continue growing, learning things, have aspirations, have goals. Enjoy your life. Enjoy travel, smoke cigars, have a beer. Don't worry about the bigger things that you can't change. The small things in your life that you can't change. Try to affect those things, but if you made it this far, you are about better, and I really appreciate you guys. So welcome, bout betters, and good luck this week. If you are betting, good luck. I really hope that you do have some good luck. Put your comments, like and subscribe. Put your comments or your bets in the comment section. I will respond to you, which nobody does, but it's okay. Hopefully everything works out great for you guys this week, and next week we'll be back with another beer, cigar review, MMA, sip and smoke, bout better. You are a bout better.